accessing an intel report that blows the lid off the unholy nexus between Bangladesh and Pakistan. The report exposes an alleged conspiracy against India in a bid to destabilize the northeastern region. The report, which says that Pakistan is planning to supply nearly 40,000 rounds of long-range artillery shells, 40 tons of RDX, 2,900 high-intensity projectiles to Bangladesh. It adds that Bangladesh will also procure 2 more regiments of VT-5 light tanks, amphibious light tanks and armed recovery vehicles from China. Well, there is trouble all around that we are looking at, especially from our neighbors there. Pradeep Datta, if you can give us more information as to how they are planning, as far as our neighbors are concerned, to brew trouble in the northeastern region.
See, Amitav, what is really shocking and really a matter of concern is that I think the people in Bangladesh, especially those who are at the helm of affairs, they seem to have forgotten Operation Searchlight that was launched on March 25th, 1971, in which millions of people in Bangladesh, now called Bangladesh, East Pakistan, were killed. And many of the women were raped. And today they are hobnobbing with the same country responsible for that, and they are trying to target country that had been friendly towards them, always trying to support them, help them. See, this intel document clearly indicates that how during the recent past, ever since Sheikh Hasina has fled country and interim government has been placed there, we have seen that the activity in the Pakistan High Commission has increased. The Pakistan Embassy has increased its activity. They are getting in touch with the Vice Chancellor of the University of the Dhaka University. They are interacting with the poets. Basically, they are trying to intrude into all sections of society, interacting with several stakeholders so that they can defame, demonize India. That's what they are doing. And then they are using the social media networking also sites also to demonize India, defame India. And if you look at, they are trying to project Pakistan as one of the friends. And what is really a matter of concern is that there is a defense deal going on between Pakistan and Bangladesh. Earlier, Bangladesh was totally dependent on India for so many things, but now they are going to have projectiles, 40,000 of them from Pakistan. Besides that, they are going to have the armored tanks and dozers also from China. Not only that, what is really a matter of concern is that they often use social media to free northeastern state, that is called also known as Seven Sisters. They are saying that how we have to infiltrate Rohingyas into northeastern region. How
well, this is a damning intel report that Pradeep Datta is telling us about, something that we have accessed exclusively as far as the details that are concerned. Our neighbors, Ankit, in a way, trying to foment trouble, especially when it comes to the northeast.
This is the document that Pradeep Datta has accessed. We are opening up significant sections of it, and you can see there is a lot of chatter. On one hand, you have talk of a deal between Pakistan and Bangladesh. On the other hand, there is the surround sound around it, and all the surround sound is very anti-India. It's very negative towards India. I mean, there is all this chatter that has also been picked up about how Pakistan will supply 40,000 rounds of long-range artillery shells, 40 tons of RDX, 2,900 high-intensity projectiles to Bangladesh. Bangladesh needs to buy weapons from Pakistan to strengthen their military from Indian-sponsored proxies and to deter a future Indian invasion, and signing pact with China as well. Pakistan Embassy in Dhaka has become very active in recent times. They have spoken about how the Pak ambassador has been meeting key stakeholders, including retired defense personnel in Bangladesh. Pakistan ambassador visiting Dhaka University, meeting the interim government, meeting the opposition party as well. And then it talks specifically about various kinds of military hardware like Type 85 SVD pattern Chinese sniper rifles, British Thunderbolt extreme sniper rifles. And so a lot of this is mentioned. And then there is a section about threat to India, where it particularly flags the strategy to free northeast from India by using Rohingya to migrate to all northeastern states of India. That is something pasted by what resembles a open intelligence network on Facebook. It also talks about India helping Bangladesh during their partition, so they will help India with partitioning of our northeastern states purportedly, and so on and so forth. And it also mentions a plot to destabilize Nagaland and Manipur. So there is a lot of chatter and a lot of smoke, and where there's smoke, there's generally a fire, and that is what is being alluded to here.
Well, as far as Pradeep, when it comes to political instability in Bangladesh, and as far as Pakistan's reaction over this and how India has played a role in it, is something that it doesn't sound well or bode well, especially what is now coming across as Ankit calling it chatter on this intel report that has been accessed by you.
See, ever since Sheikh Hasina has fled, we know that the government that is there that is indulging in megaphone diplomacy. That's what actually India is really concerned about, because they had been issuing threat while talking to the media person. Even they had gone to the extent of saying that Sheikh Hasina need to be extradited because we are going to try her for the crimes she has committed. And they had been trying to blackmail India on several issues. But what actually is matter of concern is that there are certain organizations like Jamaat-e-Islami, and there are terror organizations like we have got the Bangladesh team that's really working, Ansarullah Bangladeshi team that's working there. So they are trying to destabilize India. We have seen that some of their clerics had able to infiltrate into Indian side from Haridaspur in West Bengal, the story which we broke 3 days back. In that story also we mentioned that how they are going to Deoband school of thought, they are going to meet several of the Islamic organizations. That means they are trying to instigate people. I think this is for the opposition party to understand why really government of India wanted NRC, why they wanted CAA, because they have to understand these things. But unfortunately, our opposition party leaders, they are busy playing politics. They can't see the imminent threat to the country, because they should realize and understand one thing, that right now the people who are at the helm of the affair, they are more tilted towards Pakistan than towards India, not realizing that Pakistan is not going to do anything good for them, because whichever country so far Pakistan has supported, we have seen already what really happened in Afghanistan. Of late, finally, the Afghan Taliban too have realized that their worst enemy is Pakistan, not India. So they have trained their guns towards Pakistan. We often see there are skirmishes on Durand line between Afghanistan and Pakistan. I think the same situation is going to happen with Bangladesh too, because they are trying to tilt more towards China. They are trying to tilt towards Pakistan, and Pakistan is trying to settle score, because even today they are not able to digest one fact, that how in 1971 finally Pakistan was divided into two parts. One part became Bangladesh and other part was Pakistani Punjab and Sindh area, because people in Bangladesh had been facing problem because of the Pakistani Punjab, the western Pakistan. So the eastern Pakistan, we have seen already how during Operation Searchlight, many of the women were raped. 10 million people had that time crossed over to the Indian side. That was the worst ever refugee crisis that had taken place. But to our political parties, their opposition parties, they don't understand the gravity of the situation. They keep on criticizing country for coming out with NRC. It is not aimed at any particular community or any particular faith. It is basically to ensure safety, security and integrity of the country. And here you can see they are trying to push in as many wrongs as they can
India,
to destabilize the situation.
In a bid to destabilize, especially when it comes to the northeastern region, the report says that Pakistan is planning when it comes to supplying a lot of weapons there, even when it comes to projectiles to Bangladesh and via China, is something that is damning as per this intel report that has been accessed. Thank you, Pradeep, for joining in.